Turning his head briskly to check how long it had taken for his father to catch up to him, Tanner turned to find his feet tripping up and his body following, and head plummeting towards the grass and gravel. As if a fallen soldier grasping the ground to push up and keep moving, Tanner bounced back up, laughing even harder. At the moment, he felt no pain. He had an innate goal to surpass the efforts of the monster behind him, still valiantly following. Tanner ran faster, faster as his dad pretended to chase him as a monster. Tanner laughed and stumbled, still aware of what bright light the beautiful sun radiated on the vacant trees and patches of twindle bushes and lush, green grass, almost green with envy of the beauty of the weather. Looking for something to play with, Tanner found his toy strewn about the yard, which once before he had filled with sand and glided along an invisible road. He loved to play, to laugh, to smile, and he loved attention, loved trivial love, and fertile love of family. Bonds never broke in his eyes. They just happened to wander off into the woods, seeming to hide solely for Tanner to find them. He almost forgot about his dad's running after him. Slender and sleek, Tanner directed his green-blue eyes towards the sky and then diverted them from the bright sun. His eyes were wide open, but ringed and weathered by only 5 or so years of expression. His clothes were brightly colored, and his hair lay beneath a hat, matted and slightly long. Why were some days cloudy and others sunny? Was the wind generated from a distant factory on an island somewhere out in the Pacific Ocean? Tanner did not even care for an answer. He only liked to question. Answers cut all the beauty from the question. All the wonder ceased, and it gave a satisfying yet disappointing closure. After playing with his dad, Tanner yearned to sit at the table and eat, and so they did. Why hadn't he and his parents eaten with trays on the couch? It was more comfortable there. Why did they have to sit up straight in hard-backed chairs, squirming for a minute of comfort? Awkwardly, Tanner cut the meat and happily plopped it in his mouth, to struggle to munch the morsel down to grit. In summertime, the peepers orchestrated a canticle, weary and long. All through the night, they peeped and chirped, hoping to find a mate. Tanner always searched at dusk for the frogs, but they were much too small to see and would grow quiet when he cut through the dense branches. He knew nothing of stealth. Maybe he did not possess any hunting skills. After dinner and scurrying up the stairs, he screamed a wanton call to his mother to read to him. Why did he find such comfort in a story before bed? He didn't care for an answer. The question sufficed. Soothing and tender were the words his mother spoke, slow and true. Thoughts danced about his head relating to the story. He wished he could dress up in a costume and crown, alone in his room, and have the walls morph into tree trunks, and the space behind the trunks open up into paths in which he could meander along only to find giant fuzzy monsters to be king over. He liked the power as a child. He liked that power trumped intimidation, and that play would be the only thing he needed for the next 100 years. He loved Max and his friends, the pictures still dancing in his mind. Abruptly ending, Tanner called for his mother to sing a song. She sung the best cover of Norwegian Wood by the Beatles, this side of the Atlantic in his eyes. Falling asleep to the Beatles never bothered Tanner. It was the only song his mom could sing that soothed him asleep. And when he would wake in the morning, he would wonder what it was like to have the world shut off for a little boy, sprawled out in front of you, and to keep your world